Did she really replace you? Or is she just running from the silence, terrified of facing her own reflection? Let's be real. She moved on fast. Too fast. And you might be sitting there wondering, was I that easy to forget? Nope. She didn't move on because she's over you. She moved on because she's afraid. Afraid to be alone with her thoughts. Afraid to sit in the emptiness and realize that no one else will ever look at her the way you did. Afraid to admit she made a mistake. But mistakes are funny like that. They don't always reveal themselves right away. Sometimes they take weeks, months, even years to fully sink in. And right now, she's in the denial phase. She thinks she's won. She thinks she's upgraded. She thinks she's in control. Here's the truth most men don't realize. Women don't leave when they're done loving you. They leave when they think they can do better. They leave when their emotions overpower their logic. They leave because society tells them the grass is always greener, that there's always a bigger, better deal waiting around the corner. But what happens when she gets to the other side and realizes she was standing in the greenest field all along? What happens when she wakes up next to a man who doesn't challenge her, doesn't make her feel that electric pull of attraction, doesn't have the depth that made you different? That's when the regret creeps in. That's when she starts to second-guess everything. But here's where most men screw up. They panic. They chase. They start texting, calling, begging for closure. As if love is some kind of business transaction. Big mistake. Because the moment you chase is the moment you confirm her belief that she had the power all along. She starts thinking, yep, I made the right decision. If he was really that valuable, he wouldn't be acting like this. See, the moment she believes you're still emotionally attached, she feels nothing. But when you go silent, when you disappear without explanation, without apology, that's when your presence becomes louder than ever. That's when her mind starts asking the dangerous questions. Wait, why isn't he chasing me? Did he never love me? Or worse, is he already replacing me? That's when the doubt starts creeping in, and doubt is the killer of certainty. Right now, she's confident. She believes she made the right choice. But that confidence is built on the assumption that you're still waiting, that you're still hurt, that you're still watching her from a distance, hoping she'll come back. The second you break that assumption, everything shifts. This isn't about getting her back. This is about getting you back. This is about rediscovering the man she underestimated. Because when you master the art of detachment, when you become the man who never waits, never chases, and never looks back, she won't just regret leaving, she'll come running back. But by then, you won't even care. And that's the final power move. If you're done feeling like an afterthought, if you're ready to take your power back, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I refuse to chase illusions. Now, let's begin. Number 1. The power of absence. Silence is a weapon, and right now, you're either using it to make her question everything, or you're wasting it, feeding her ego with your desperation. Most men don't understand this. Absence creates value. The less available you are, the more desirable you become. It's a psychological fact. People don't crave what's easy to get. They crave what they think they've lost. And right now, she doesn't feel like she's lost anything. Why? Because you're still there. Maybe not physically, but emotionally. She knows you're thinking about her. She knows you're checking her social media, replaying old memories in your head, wondering if she's doing the same. And the sad truth? She's not. At least not yet. Because the human brain doesn't register loss until something is truly gone. She can't feel the weight of your absence if you won't let her. You see, when someone suddenly disappears from our lives, the brain reacts almost like withdrawal from a drug. The mind starts searching for patterns, for explanations, for anything to fill the void. But if you never leave that void, if you keep texting, keep calling, keep reacting, she never experiences that loss. She never wonders. She never questions. And if she never questions, she never regrets. You need to stop feeding her certainty. Because right now, she's sure she made the right decision. She's sure you're still an option. She's sure you'll be there if she ever changes her mind. But the second you remove yourself from her world completely, that certainty starts to crumble. The silence becomes deafening. The absence starts to feel real. At first, she won't care. She'll be too distracted with her new situation, her new guy, her new reality. But then something shifts. The honeymoon phase fades. The thrill wears off. And suddenly, she's left with one terrifying thought. Did I make a mistake? That's when the stalking begins. She'll start checking your profile, asking mutual friends about you, searching for clues that you're still affected. And if you've played this right, she won't find a thing. No sad posts, no cryptic quotes, no desperate attempts to show off your amazing new life. Just complete silence. And silence, my friend, is power, because now she's the one wondering. She's the one questioning. She's the one feeling the loss. This is how you shift the dynamic. This is how you reclaim control. By doing nothing. By letting her sit in the silence until it becomes unbearable. But most men don't have the discipline to do this. They break. They check in. They accidentally, like an old post. And just like that, all the power is gone. The absence is broken. The mystery is ruined. And she goes right back to feeling certain. Don't be that guy. Be the man who walks away without a word. The man who disappears without explanation. The man who understands that true power lies in being missed, not in being available. If you're done giving away your value, if you're ready to let her feel your absence, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My silence speaks louder than words. Number 2. Emotional control is ultimate strength. She expected you to break. She expected you to spiral, to lash out, to beg for answers. She expected the emotional outbursts, the late-night texts, the desperate attempts to prove your worth. And if you've done any of that, congratulations. You played right into her expectations. But let me tell you something. Nothing commands more respect than a man who refuses to be controlled by his emotions. A man who is unmoved, unshaken, indifferent to the chaos around him. Because here's what most men don't understand. Women don't lose attraction because of a breakup itself. They lose attraction when they see you crumble under pressure, when they see that your emotions dictate your actions instead of logic. That's when they know, I made the right decision. But the opposite is just as true. When you maintain complete composure, when you move forward with unwavering calm, she questions everything, because deep down she expects every man to react the same way. But when you don't, when you show no signs of weakness, that's when curiosity sets in. Wait, why isn't he reacting? Does he even care? Did I overestimate my importance in his life? And just like that, the tables turn. Because while she thought she was the one leaving you, now it feels like you were the one who let her go. This is the essence of Stoicism. Control what you can, let go of what you can't. And right now, you can't control her decisions. You can't control who she's with. You can't control whether she regrets leaving or not. But what you can control, your response, your mindset, your actions. So ask yourself, are you acting like a man she'd regret losing, or are you proving to her that she was right to walk away? Because here's the truth, women aren't drawn to men who need their validation. They're drawn to men who are whole on their own, men who don't break under pressure, men who remain steady while the world around them shifts. That's the kind of man who haunts a woman's mind. That's the kind of man who lingers in her thoughts late at night, making her wonder if she made the biggest mistake of her life. But you can't fake this. You can't pretend to be strong while secretly checking her Instagram every hour. You can't act detached while secretly hoping she'll come back. Emotional control isn't an act. It's a way of life. You master it or you don't. And the men who master it, they never have to chase. Because in the end, it's not the man who reacts who wins. It's the man who remains unmoved. If you're done being a prisoner to your emotions, if you're ready to take control, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I control my emotions. My emotions don't control me. Number 3. Her new guy is a band-aid, not a fix. Right now, she thinks she's winning. She's with someone new. She's posting pictures. She's showing the world how happy she is. And maybe you're sitting there, letting it eat you alive, wondering how she moved on so fast. Let me tell you something. She didn't move on. She distracted herself. Most women don't actually process a breakup the way men do. Instead of sitting with the pain, instead of confronting their emotions, they jump into something new. Not because they've healed, but because they haven't. Her new guy, he's not an upgrade. He's not special. He's a band-aid, a quick fix, a temporary escape from the emotions she's too afraid to face. And this is where most men screw up. They think, oh, she found someone better. I must have been the problem. Nope. She's not with him because he's better. She's with him because she needs to feel something. Anything. And if she had truly moved on, if she was truly happy, she wouldn't feel the need to make sure you see it. The reality is, rebound relationships follow a predictable pattern. They start fast, they burn hot, and then they crash. Why? Because they're not built on something real. They're built on avoidance. Right now, she's in the honeymoon phase. Everything feels exciting, new. But that phase always fades. And when it does, that's when the cracks begin to show. That's when she starts to realize she's not actually happy. She's just distracted. And guess what happens when the distraction wears off? She starts thinking about you. At first, it's just a passing thought. Then it turns into late-night curiosity. Then, before she even realizes it, she's checking your profile, wondering if you've moved on, wondering why you haven't reacted, wondering why she feels this emptiness, despite being with someone new. That's when regret sets in, because while she was busy avoiding her emotions, you were mastering yours. While she was jumping into a new situation, you were leveling up. While she was running from her thoughts, you were facing yours head-on. And when that new relationship collapses, because it will, she's going to remember the one man who stood firm, the one man who didn't chase, the one man who didn't react. That's why you never compete with her rebound. You never try to prove you're better. You never let her see that you're affected. You simply step back and let time do the work. Because the men who win in the end, they're the ones who understand this truth. She's not replacing you. She's running from herself. If you're done letting a rebound shake your confidence, if you're ready to reclaim your focus, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. She's not my concern. I am. Number 4. The art of indifference. The more you care, the less she does. That's the brutal truth most men refuse to accept. Right now, she expects you to care. She expects you to be watching, waiting, reacting to every little thing she does. She expects you to be jealous of her new situation, hoping she'll notice you, desperately waiting for a sign that she still cares. But what happens when you don't? What happens when you truly don't care? That's when everything changes. See, women are wired to test a man's emotional strength. They don't always do it consciously, but they do it. And when a woman leaves, when she moves on fast, when she flaunts her new life in your face, it's a test to see if you'll break, if you'll react, if you'll prove that she still has power over you. And the second you take the bait, you fail, because nothing kills attraction faster than neediness. Nothing makes a woman lose respect quicker than a man who can't control his emotions. But the opposite is also true. Nothing makes a man more attractive than true indifference. Indifference is powerful because it shifts the dynamic. It forces her to wonder. It forces her to question if she ever really mattered to you at all. And that drives people crazy. Why? Because humans crave validation. We want to feel important. We want to feel like we made an impact. But when you remove that validation, when you make her feel replaceable, that's when she starts to crave you. But let me be clear, this isn't about pretending not to care. It's not about playing games or acting detached while secretly obsessing over her every move. That's not indifference. That's insecurity. True indifference is different. It's when you genuinely stop placing her at the center of your world, when you realize that your happiness, your success, your peace of mind has nothing to do with her. And when you reach that level, that's when you become dangerous. That's when you become the man she can't stop thinking about. Because women don't miss men who beg for their attention. They miss the men who don't need it. So let her post her pictures. Let her play her little games. Let her do whatever she thinks will get a reaction out of you. None of it matters, because the moment she realizes you're truly unbothered, that's when she starts to question everything. If you're done letting her control your emotions, if you're ready to master the art of indifference, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. Her choices don't affect me. Number 5. Self-improvement is the best revenge. Revenge isn't about getting even. It's not about proving her wrong. It's not about making her jealous. True revenge is becoming the man she never thought you could be, and realizing too late that she lost something irreplaceable. Right now you have two choices. You can sit in your pain, stalking her social media, wondering what she's doing, obsessing over whether she's thinking about you, or you can take all that energy and redirect it into something that actually benefits you. Because here's the reality. She's not watching you right now. She's not losing sleep over you, not yet. But that doesn't mean she never will. Women have a funny way of circling back when you least expect it. But they don't come back because you want them to. They come back when they realize they lost something valuable. And that realization only happens when they see you thriving without them. You see, most guys self-destruct after a breakup. They drink, they waste time, they spiral into depression. And you know what that does? It proves to her that she made the right decision. But when a man levels up, when he becomes sharper, stronger, more successful than ever, that's when the doubt creeps in. She starts thinking, damn, did I underestimate him? Did I walk away from a man who was about to become unstoppable? And that's when the regret really kicks in. Because here's what most women will never admit. They expect you to stay the same. They think they know you. They think they've seen everything you have to offer. But when you evolve into something greater, when you shatter the version of yourself she thought she knew, it messes with her mind. But let me be clear. Self-improvement isn't about her. It's about you. It's about creating a life so fulfilling, so complete, that you genuinely don't care whether she ever comes back or not. Because when you reach that level, when you're too busy winning to even think about her, that's when she feels your absence the most. So go to the gym, build that business, improve your mind, cultivate discipline, not to prove anything to her, but because this is the man you were meant to be all along. And the best part? By the time she finally realizes your worth, you won't even want her anymore. If you're done wasting time on the past, if you're ready to become the best version of yourself, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I improve for myself, not for her. Number 6. The myth of closure. She left, and now you're searching for answers. You want an explanation. You want to understand why she walked away, why she replaced you so easily, why she didn't fight for what you had. You tell yourself that if you could just talk to her one more time, if she could just explain, then maybe, just maybe, you could move on. But here's the truth. Closure is a lie. It's a trap designed to keep you stuck, waiting for permission to heal. And the worst part, even if you got it, it wouldn't change a damn thing. Because closure doesn't come from her, it comes from you. Right now you're looking for an answer that will make the pain go away. You want her to admit she made a mistake. You want her to tell you that she still cares. You want some magical conversation that will make everything make sense. But let me tell you what really happens when men go searching for closure. You finally get that conversation, and guess what? It doesn't give you peace. It gives you more questions, more confusion, more emotional attachment to a situation that you should have left behind yesterday. Maybe she tells you she still loves you, but she's just not ready. Maybe she gives you the classic, "It's not you, it's me." Maybe she acts cold and distant, and now you're even more hurt than before. Either way, it leads to the same result. You stay stuck. You stay emotionally invested. And she? She moves on without a second thought. That's why the strongest men don't ask for closure. They don't need it. They become it. They understand that closure isn't about getting answers. It's about accepting reality. It's about realizing that nothing she says or does will change what already happened. It's about choosing to move forward without needing her validation, her explanation, or her permission. Because the moment you stop looking for closure is the moment you reclaim your power. She expected you to reach out. She expected you to seek answers. She expected you to need something from her. But when you disappear without a word, when you close the door yourself, that's when she starts to wonder. Wait, why isn't he asking for closure? Why isn't he trying to talk to me? Did he ever care at all? And just like that, the roles reverse. So stop searching for an ending that makes you feel better. The only closure you need is this. She's gone. It's over. Move accordingly. If you're done waiting for answers that will never come, if you're ready to create your own closure, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I don't seek closure. I move forward. Number 7. She's watching even if you think she's not. You think she's forgotten about you. You think she's moved on without a second thought, living her best life while you sit here trying to pick up the pieces. But let me tell you something. She's watching. Even if she's with someone new, even if she blocked you, even if she swore she was done for good, she's still checking. She's still lurking. She's still wondering. Because no matter how much she tries to convince herself that she doesn't care, human nature says otherwise. People are curious, especially when they walk away from something they thought they understood. And right now, whether she'll admit it or not, there's a part of her that wonders if she made the right decision. At first, she'll pretend you don't exist. She'll ignore you. She'll avoid looking at anything that reminds her of you. But as time goes on, as the excitement of her new life fades, that curiosity starts creeping in. She'll check your profile. She'll scroll through your pictures. She'll check to see if you've posted anything that hints at how you're feeling. And the worst thing you could do, give her exactly what she's looking for, because the moment she sees a sad post, a cryptic quote, or some forced attempt to make her jealous, she wins. She gets confirmation that you're still affected, that you're still stuck, that she still holds power over you. But if she checks on you and finds nothing, no signs of pain, no emotional outbursts, no desperate attempts to get her attention, just silence and a man who looks like he's doing better than ever, that's when doubt creeps in. Wait, why isn't he heartbroken? Why does he seem happier without me? Did I misjudge his value? And that doubt? It's a slow burn. It starts as a passing thought, but eventually grows into regret. Because here's what women will never admit. They don't truly want you to be happy without them. They want to feel like they mattered. They want to believe that walking away left an impact. But when you remove that satisfaction, when you act like she never existed, she starts to feel something she never expected, insignificance. And that is what brings them back. Not your words, not your attempts to prove your worth, but the cold, undeniable truth that you never needed her in the first place. So don't post for her, don't check for her, don't engage in her games, just vanish. Because the less she knows, the more she'll wonder. If you're done being predictable, if you're ready to make her question everything, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. She watches, but she'll find nothing. Number 8. Attraction through mystery. If she knows everything about you, she loses interest. If she can predict your every move, she gets bored. If she never has to wonder about what you're doing, she stops caring. Mystery is everything when it comes to attraction, and right now you're either making yourself irresistible or completely forgettable. See, most guys do the exact opposite of what they should after a breakup. They overexpose themselves. They post constantly. They try too hard to show off. They drop hints, hoping she'll notice, but all that does is kill the curiosity. Because when a woman is certain about something, she stops thinking about it. But when she's uncertain, when there are gaps in the story, when she doesn't know what's going on in your life, that's when her mind starts obsessing over you. And this is where most men fail. They need her to see their progress. They want her to know they're doing better, so they start showing off. Flashy social media posts, gym selfies, cryptic quotes meant to get her attention. But here's the thing. When you're truly happy, when you're genuinely leveling up, you don't need to prove it to anyone, least of all her. Because the men who actually win after a breakup, they disappear, they go silent. They let their absence do all the talking, and that silence, it drives her crazy, because now she has to wonder, is he thinking about me? Has he moved on? Does he have someone new? Why hasn't he posted anything? And the moment a woman starts asking questions, attraction starts rebuilding itself. Because mystery triggers the one thing that keeps people hooked, uncertainty. It creates tension. It forces the mind to fill in the blanks, and more often than not, she'll start imagining things far worse than reality. Maybe you're dating someone better. Maybe you've completely forgotten about her. Maybe you're so focused on your new life that she doesn't even cross your mind anymore. And that thought alone, it will haunt her more than anything you could ever post online. So stop giving away your story. Stop giving her access to your emotions. Stop making it easy for her to move on. Go silent. Stay unpredictable. Keep her wondering, because the less she knows, the more she'll want to find out. If you're done making it easy for her to forget you, if you're ready to become a mystery she can't stop thinking about, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. She doesn't know, and that's the point. Number 9, the comeback test. At some point, she's going to come back. Maybe it's a text out of nowhere. Maybe it's a random like on your post. Maybe it's her showing up in your DMs with a simple, "Hey, how have you been?" And in that moment, every emotion you thought you buried will try to rush back in. Your heart will race. Your mind will start overanalyzing. You'll wonder, is this it? Is she finally realizing what she lost? But before you react, before you let yourself believe she's back for good, stop and think. Because this is not just a message. This is a test. See, women don't just come back because they miss you. They come back because they want to see if you're still an option. They want to know if you're still emotionally available, if you're still waiting, if they can still have you whenever they want. And the way you respond, that determines everything. Most men fail this test. The second she reaches out, they get excited. They respond instantly. They act too eager. They think, this is my chance to prove my worth. Wrong. The moment she senses that you're still emotionally invested, she loses interest all over again, because now her curiosity is gone. She got her answer. You never moved on. And just like that, she has no reason to chase you anymore. But the men who pass this test, they don't react. They don't rush to reply. They don't give her what she expects. Instead, they make her work for their attention. Maybe you don't respond at all. Maybe you take days to reply. Maybe you hit her with the simplest, most casual answer possible. I'm good. Hope you're doing well too. No emotion, no excitement, no long-winded conversation, just calm, controlled indifference. And that will drive her insane, because now she's not sure where she stands. Now she feels the distance. Now she starts questioning. Wait, does he not care anymore? Did he really move on? And the moment a woman starts chasing your validation instead of the other way around, you've already won. Because attraction isn't built on words. It's built on doubt. It's built on mystery. It's built on the fear that she lost something she can never get back. So when she finally reaches out, don't see it as a victory. See it for what it really is. A test of your self-control. A test of your discipline. A test of whether you're still the same man she left, or if you've evolved into someone she no longer has access to. And if you pass that test, she won't just regret leaving, she'll obsess over the fact that you never looked back. If you're done falling for the same traps, if you're ready to make her question everything, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. She tests me, but I remain unshaken. Number 10. The final power move. So, she reached out. Maybe she's being subtle, testing the waters with a casual message. Maybe she's being more direct, bringing up old memories, hinting at regret. Maybe she's even telling you outright that she misses you. And now, the moment is here. The moment most men dream about, the ex finally coming back. But here's where you need to be smarter than the average guy. Because how you respond right now, it determines everything. See, most men think this is the part where they can finally win her back. They get caught up in the excitement. They think, this is my chance. If I just say the right things, if I just remind her of how good we were, she'll stay for good this time. Nope, wrong mindset. Because when a woman comes back, she's not coming back out of pure love. At least not yet. She's coming back because she feels uncertainty. She's coming back because you stopped giving her validation. And she needs to know, do I still have control over him? That's the real reason she's reaching out. It's not just about missing you, it's about checking her power. And if you make the mistake of acting too eager, too available, too grateful that she's back, you instantly fail the test, because in that moment, she gets her answer. You never moved on. You were just waiting. And guess what happens next? She pulls away all over again. That's why the final power move? It's not taking her back. It's not proving your worth. It's not trying to convince her of anything. It's staying in control. That means you don't jump at the opportunity. You don't fall back into old patterns. You don't let nostalgia cloud your logic. Instead, you ask yourself the real question. Do I even want this anymore? Because let's be honest, if she truly valued you, she wouldn't have left in the first place. If she truly saw your worth, she wouldn't have needed to lose you to realize it. And if she's only coming back because she feels uncertain, not because she knows for a fact that she wants you, then she's not really yours. She just doesn't want to lose you. And that's not enough. So when she reaches out, keep your frame. Keep your composure. If you do respond, keep it short, polite, but detached. Let her feel the shift in power. Let her sense that she's no longer the center of your world. And if she really wants you back, she'll work for it. She'll prove that she's serious, that she's willing to put in effort, that she's not just here for an ego boost. And if she's not willing to do that, then she's not worth your time. Because the final power move isn't about getting her back, it's about showing her, and yourself, that you never needed her in the first place. If you're done chasing, if you're done giving your energy to someone who had to lose you to see your worth, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I was always the prize. That's it. You've just learned exactly why she'll come running back, and why, when she does, you won't even care. This is the power of detachment. This is the power of discipline. This is the power of being a man who doesn't break. Now, the choice is yours. Stay stuck in the past, or become the man she'll never get over. Your move.